Hey, this is the World Advice Channel too. What I want to talk about today is the question of, did Latinos help create rap music? So for this video, I will explain if they help create rap music or not in a simple and straightforward way so anyone can understand. So now I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the question of, did Latinos help create rap music, what is the truth about that subject matter? Did they help create rap music or did they not? The simple answer to that question, which I'm going to get straight to the point for, is no. Latinos did not help create rap music because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to rap music, um, you know, as I'm certain doing even basic background information on everything from the dance moves to, of course, you know, the fact that the rhyming and stuff are things that existed for a long period of time, okay? These things literally African Americans were doing since like the 1930s and 1940s. It just that it didn't develop into an actual music genre until, of course, the 1980s, okay? And even when you listen to some really old songs, you can kind of tell, yeah, they're kind of rapping before rap even existed as we know it today, okay? Whether, which consisted of people not only telling a story but rhyming as they were doing it, as well as, of course, as I was getting at before, all the dance moves and so on and so forth are things that existed in the African American community, as well as existed in Africa if you go far back enough in time. Okay, that's why literally they have documentaries where they show black people in Africa doing break dances and all this type of stuff that help, of course, form rap culture. Okay, as we know it today. Okay, so that's the truth of the matter. So simply put it, Latinos had absolutely nothing to do with the invention of rap music. Okay, when you look at the information and you realize a lot of these things existed in some way, shape, or form way before Latinos even became a massive demographic in the United States. So that's the truth of the matter. Now, aside from, of course, that getting to that point that just fully debunked that whole theory, when it comes to it, I'm going to speak the honest truth about this situation and what I feel actually caused it. This whole Latinos help invent rap music. Because the truth of the matter is, as I'm certain you are aware, anyone who's black for that matter is aware, a lot of Latinos, especially in the ghetto, Latino street gang members, do not like black people, okay? They hate us, okay? And I just really believe that this whole idea that Latinos helped create rap music is just a way for them to kind of get past the fact that they listen to rap music, the race of Latino street gamers, particularly like the Latin Kings, yet they hate our asses at the same time, okay? That idea, oh, Latinos helped invent rap music, is just something they just say because they hate black people. They hate black people with a divine passion and stuff. Have you seen some of the comments from these racist Latino ass gang members or just Latinos in general? They're even worse than the white people when it comes to the intensity of their comments. Like they make comments like, "Oh, you guys, black people get bodied by everyone. You guys get bodied by the Europeans. You guys get bodied by the Arabs. You get bodied by everyone, and all that type of stuff, and stuff for that matter." Like the shit they say, they don't hold back. They just say the most racist shit you can imagine in your life and beyond. And even make comments like, you black people, I swear to God, were created just to serve other people and all that type of stuff. And it's like, what the hell? And I just feel for they just come up with these ideas because they want to get past the fact that they hate black people and they want to kind of like say, yes, I hate black people, but at the same time they listen to our music, you know and they want to get past the fact and a contradiction of that, because that's a question I want to ask for them. And I'm not trying to say all Latinos are like this, or even a majority of them are like this, but a good portion of them are like this, okay? And that's the truth of the matter, because that's the question I want to ask Latinos. How much do you hear them listening to their own music? How much do you hear them listening to their traditional musics that make up Mexico? Whether it could be the narco corridos, um, um, or it could be, of course, no surprise, you know, no surprise whatsoever, mariachi music, and all that type of stuff as much as possible without them kind of getting sick, without them of course, for that matter, actually playing that stuff. How much do you hear them actually playing that shit? How much do you hear Latino Americans actually when they're driving around in the hood and all those places playing that shit? Never. You never see them playing that stuff. And if they were to play that stuff, people would laugh at them. And even then, I'm not even gonna lie though, not even trying to be biased here. Latino music, authentic Latino music, Hispanic music, whatever you like to call it, gets old really quick. You know, just like listen to salsa. You listen to one song, you know, you will quickly realize a bunch of songs sound exactly like that one song. It gets old really quick, and that's why a lot of them don't listen to that stuff, and they get sick of it. And don't even bring up reggaeton. Reggaeton doesn't count because you can clearly tell there is an influence, um, when it comes to black influence for that matter in their music, such as the fact that you can hear them when they're making their music actually rapping, which is consists of telling a story and rhyming and stuff. So the truth of the matter is you can hear them fully do that stuff in their music, as well as the influence of the doom 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 the dembo sound in the music. So when you try to pull off that bullshit, oh well, you know, what about reggaeton? That doesn't count. There's so much black influence in it, especially the fact when you take in consideration the first words of reggaeton, reggae, is black Jamaican music, okay? Which, of course, reggae was invented by black people, okay? So the truth of the matter, okay? So that's the truth um about their black music, okay, for that matter, okay, when it comes to our influence for reggaeton. So they can't play the whole, well, what about reggaeton? That is heavily influenced by black people. They can't play that game. So when it comes to the actual authentic music genres they actually made, how much you hear them play that stuff? Maybe some old middle age like Latino Americans from Mexico or some other parts of Latin America might play it, but anyone who's like Gen Xers and this and that, they're not even just playing rap music. They're playing R&B and all that stuff. That's shit that we created, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. And I just don't like these comments because it pisses me off. In all honesty, um, because as you already know, they hate our asses, but they're trying to find a way to kind of get around the fact that we hate these motherfuckers. And as I said, I ain't saying the majority of Latinos are like that, but a lot of them are. And they're just, and like I said before, particularly the highest percentage of the ones who hate our asses are the ones who live in the hood, and they're just trying to get around the fact that they hate us, but they like our music. So they come up with these excuses and this and that, and that's the truth of the matter. And they just trying to get past that point. They just hate our asses, but they like our music. So they want to say, oh, they help something that they not help at all, for that matter. So the truth of the matter is that is the truth. And and I just find that disrespectful because just like how, you know, black people, would never claim, the majority of us at least, would never claim, oh, we help invent um, for example, tacos or whether it's tacos or tamales, traditional Mexican food. You would also never hear us claim that, oh, Cortez was taught by a black person certain things, or claim things that are special and relevant to them, like the conquistadors or their native indigenous people that they're also mixed with. Oh, they were actually taught by black people. Okay, at least the majority of us, aside from a few idiots, things that are sacred to them and important to them, we would never claim. Okay, and that's what learning how to have respect comes from. Every group of people in this world, especially the modern world, this age of globalization we live in, have contributed to each other in their own way. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Mexican food is good. It's good. It's flavorful. Latino history, Latin American history to be more specific, is interesting. It's good. It's quite entertaining. I like it. I like the idea of like the Aztecs, the Mayans, and all that type of stuff, and even the conquistadors, at least to a certain extent. Once you get past the slavery shit, I find some of the stuff they did were quite interesting, and that's where what the truth is, and that's what we call respect. Just like I respect you guys for your history, and I will never claim we invented this stuff because, of course, that belongs to you. Just and at the same time, I'd also never claim, it's not good to claim you invented things like rap music, which had nothing to absolutely do with you. And that's exactly the truth of the matter. For the matter, in all honesty, though, to be quite honest with you, for that matter, okay? And that's the truth of the matter. So that is the honest truth, okay? And this is for respect. But to answer your question, when it comes to this topic, which of course you want to know, I found it very disrespectful and it gets me really angry, okay? Can't people just acknowledge that black people can come up with their own shit? We already come up with enough things, and always every time we come up with something, people try to claim, "Oh, you guys were helped by this group of people and influence." No, not everything. So the main point of the premise here is that it's about respect. Okay, it's about respect. We have our shit we created. You guys have your shit you created. We respect each other, and understanding that is all that matters in the end of the day. But when you claim you did something that you did not do, at least for Latinos that claim this shit, it's very disrespectful, and I do not like it at all, and no black person likes it at all. And especially living in a day and age like we live in nowadays, there's already enough racial tension in America and enough issues. We don't need anymore. And that's the truth of the matter. So anyway, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. Just remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumb this video up and hit the subscribe button. And this is off to say. And simply put, I'm out. So bye.